Hello, my stamping friends. It's Marilyn Greger here coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. Stamping Creations with Marilyn. And I'm happy to see you joining us tonight. We have a quick, fairly quick and easy card, especially the design of it, maybe decorating it not so much, but I'll just hold it up here a little bit so you can see the Pinwheel Tower Card is what it's called. And then I will switch and talk to you for a minute. And you'll notice I'm in a different location. I have been struggling with our Wi-Fi not working properly. So I have moved everything upstairs to be right next to the modem, and I'm plugged in directly to the modem. So I am hoping that tonight's live is going to be so much better for you and me both. So bear with me as I work through this. I am going to, I see there's some comments, so I'll read those shortly, but I just want to highlight a few things for you. You can see the current host code on there. If you live in Canada and do not have a demonstrator, I do appreciate you shopping with me. Thank you. If you've never been here before, this is a Thursday night live I do each week, if possible, sharing something new, some new design or some new technique that I have learned, and I love sharing. I love creating and I love sharing with all of you. So welcome. If you're coming back, please, I know you know a lot of the others who come each week as well, and there's lots of chitter chatter going on in the Facebook group or on YouTube, and I love reading that. I do go back and read them all afterwards. And just a reminder, if you're on the Facebook group, StreamYard, the program that I use, will not allow your name to appear in the giveaway tool where I do the draw at the end of the event tonight, unless you give them permission. So where you came into my VIP group and saw the title for this Facebook Live, there was a link at the top of that to allow StreamYard to show your name. And I'm sorry, but it appears as though you might have to do that every time you come in. So please do that. You can go and do it now and then come back, and your comments will appear for that draw that I'll do at the end. So you'll see how that works later. Okay, just on to a few other things. It's not working very fast, at least it's working. And I don't see the hesitation that I normally do when I'm working with Wi-Fi downstairs. So hopefully this is much better for you as well. Our 12 months of Christmas card class, second Thursday of each month. It's all of my classes are on Zoom, and it was this afternoon. We had a great time creating Christmas cards. One of our ladies said that she's already got 200 cards made for Christmas, so that's pretty wonderful. Another one gives away cards as Christmas gifts, and she's got a lot of them made too. So I'm loving being able to do that, and also getting mine ready. Before I go any further, usually have a question for you, and I'm sure if you've been online or listening to the news or anything today, you know that today is National Pizza Day. So, of course, my question is about pizza. Do you make your own or do you have it delivered? And what is your favorite type of pizza? I did have to go out this afternoon and I picked up pizza for supper. I thought it was a great idea. We don't have pizza often, more often when the kids are around, but we did enjoy it. So make that comment. Let us know what kind of pizzas you like. And next, I have to share with you that I have a monthly card club. Monthly card class, third Wednesday of each month. And again, if you're in Canada, I will mail it to you to have to craft with us on Zoom. But I do need to know that 2 weeks prior so I can get it to you. Canada Post in some areas do not deliver very quickly, it seems like. So we're always struggling with that. But we time commenting and chatting anyway on our Zoom call, even if you don't have the kit yet. And the other thing that I do host each week, so much fun doing, is our Zoom with Friends class on Friday. That one is usually taught by other people. I have a lot of things in my back pocket that I can use if need be. But most of the time, I have some volunteers who will volunteer to teach, and we just have a great time. We learn all kinds of new things from each other, not always to do with cards and stamps, but lots of things we learn. So If you want to join that, there is a link I will share where you join my newsletter for the Zoom class. I do not advertise the Zoom link publicly, but I certainly do welcome you on my newsletter link for that. And then it goes out each Thursday morning, so you can have a list of what you need and then get ready to craft with us Fridays at 1 o'clock. So having said all of that, I'm going to go back to leave this one up. I'm going to quickly, I'm going to switch to the desktop so you can see this again. And I'm going to see the comments and see what's shaking over here. So I see Betty, Ines, Facebook user, Linda, Kim, Betty. Ham and Fresh Tomato is who is the Facebook user. That one is one that you have not given permission to StreamYard to show your name. So if you'd like to go do that to be in the draw, if you'd rather not, when I do go to Facebook, I will be able to see who that is. And I do go back and read all of them. Catherine with pepperoni. I like that, Betty. Almost no subject is off limits with Zoom with friends. It's a caring community, though. Everybody is welcoming and certainly caring and having a good time. Salmon pineapple, my favorite meal. So, welcome everyone. Good to see you. And as always, hello from Stony. Somebody's hello from Stony is Facebook user. Another one with chicken barbecue. Can't Facebook users there. So just be aware that your name will be. That's the only problem, if call it that, by not giving permission there. So with that being said, I want to share with you this card that I made, the Tower Pinwheel card. Someone mentioned last week, and I thought we have done this before. Actually, we've done it on one of our Friday Zoom classes, but I don't remember what or where. When I looked, I think there's about 100 videos in that playlist. So we do have lots of those. So I did go back and who shared her instructions for the Pinwheel Tower card. Her name is Linda Heller. Linda Stamps with an S.com. And okay, I can do it. And I have. And then, that was interesting. Going like that, but maybe that hockey game on the TV has taken all my internet power. When I went back to watch her video, she talked about how you can make cards any size. You just have to know a little bit of math. And I was glad I did, because then I realized the one that she did the measurements for in her printout is for a 5x7 envelope. And I wanted to do one that fits in our regular Stampin' Up envelopes. So that's what this one is. If you lay it flat, and I did have an envelope, I do. I'm hoping I have everything upstairs here with me. But if you lay it flat, it does fit just in our envelope here. Okay. So her, and I don't mind at all if you go and check out her YouTube about it, because what she stated was that as long as you have this center as a 1 inch, then when you do anything else, you can just take your final measurement, divide it in half, and that's the size you need for each of these panels. Okay, so you may not recognize this paper. I just want to point out before we go from that it is this host paper that's in the manual catalog on page 135, and it's a $40 value. It's one of those mega packs of paper. You get 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 double-sided. Beautiful spring, happy colors in my world. So I pulled that out. I haven't used it for a while, and I'll just kind of flip through some of them. You can see many different, well, maybe you can if I hold it right, different colors and designs. And I thought the bicycles were really kind of cute. Of course, trying to spring in this part of the country. And let us know where you're watching from and what the weather's like where you are. We've had gorgeous weather around here in Alberta recently. So once I decided what I was going to make, I did put on the posts what sizes I'm using. If you want to join along with me, now I know a couple of you have said that you would be playing by the rules now from Stony. Thank you, Karen. It's not really the rules. It's just if you want your name in that. So thank you for letting me know. Should we write the instructions down? Are you talking about this card, Ines? You can, but like I say, in this post, I did put the measurements down, and I think once you make it, you you'll be able to remember it. And thanks, Ines. I see that. Okay, so if you're crafting along with me, I'm going to try slower so that it's not overwhelming. So what this Linda said to begin with was you take a piece and it's 4 by 4¼ by 4¼ and you made your scoring tool and I'm going to score it, I'll cut it, I did earlier, at 1 inch. And if you can just pop on and let me know if you are creating with me, I will, like I say, I'll take a little bit more time instead of just going over it, okay? So I know, Betty, you had said you were just watching it, you weren't going to craft with it. I know that Faye was asking earlier about it, so she is crafting with me. So 1 inch, which I've scored this way, because it's easier. Then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to do, because it's square, I'm going to do 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. And you'll notice I'm using designer paper. And one of Linda's comments was that using designer paper keeps it so it's not so bulky. Because as you can see, when you fold it, it's extra layers already. And if you had that piece being cardstock, it would be quite thick. Okay. Trying to make one, but I'm slow, so don't wait. And another Facebook user is crafting with me. Okay, so we'll just take our time. There's no rushing, Judy. You go ahead. Okay, so you've got your score marks, and I can barely see mine. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. But you want to fold on all of those, and it doesn't matter which way you fold out or in because, well, I guess you can see inside there. You can see that I used the same one. I'm going to keep my lighter color on the outside, and I'll explain why I'm putting this together. So I'm going to fold it on each of these things. So you go ahead and do the same. We're going to make the center box first. And we want it to be as crisp as we can. And we've got just a narrow edge here to glue it on. I'll just show you while we're hanging out here. This is one of the ones that I did from her first instructions, which is bigger because it fits in a 5 by 7 envelope. So you can see the center is still the same, still the inch, but it is a little bit taller and wider. So you can make them any size. She also did one for a note card, which is 3.5 by 5, I believe, is the note card size. So like I say, any size. So once you get it there, how are we doing? Don't see any new comments coming in. I'm hoping we've done the scoring. We're going to put adhesive along here, and we are going to glue our center tower together. I'm going to try not to get glue all over, but I do have a paper towel here. So And the easiest way to make sure that it's going to be tried and true and square is just lay it flat like that. Don't try and hold it up and look at our good glue everywhere. Lucky for silicone mat. And of course, I don't have hand sanitizer, which Gail, I don't know if you're on here, Gail, but Gail keeps reminding me that hand sanitizer takes glue off your fingers really well. And it does. I tried here today when I was creating with this. So there's my tower. Do you have the same? Can we get 5x7 envelopes, Ines? Not from Stampin' Up, you can't. But yes, you can. Various places, whether it's Staples store or where did you get the glue holder? My glue holder, Betty. It comes from a friend of mine actually here in Spruce Grove had a 3D printer, and she made a number of them for me. I actually have an extra special one. This one is a, what did you call it? She was trying to make some that weren't solid, and because I gave her the glue try, she gave me the holder like that. So it is great, and it's great for my glue dots to go around as well. She does have a Etsy account, and I'm not sure if she's still making them or not. But on Etsy, there were a few of them that were making them. So, and even some of them had them for the larger. I understand there's one of these that comes as probably twice that big. But it's a staple on my desk, obviously. Silicone mat. Silicone mat we do sell. Stampin' Up. Let me just take the time to tool storage, probably under tools. I've had mine for long. I'm not sure. Where to look for it. And maybe someone else can answer while I'm fumbling through this. But we do sell. Yes, you're right, Karen. The silicone mat is from there, but I don't know. Cutting, scoring, embossing, multi-purpose, 155. Maybe it's here and I just didn't. Paper trimmer, take your pick. This die cutting. Ines, you do have a demonstrator, right? Or you are a demonstrator? If you have a catalog, it will be obviously in this back section somewhere, but like I say, I just can't lay my fingers on it, and I'm sure somebody, as I'm going ahead, somebody will find it and let us know. But it's great for gluing. You can see I've got some ink on it from stamping, but I always have it under when I'm using my liquid glue because of having too much. Okay, oh, page 127, somebody just said. A couple of you, thank you. And page 12, I don't know. So have fun looking. Oh, and thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie is putting the number in the cost of it. So great. We are such a sharing and caring community. I thank you so much. So what I have done next is I have cut the 4 pieces of cardstock, and what I do with my designer paper, I usually pick designer paper first that I'm going to use. Then I look on the back of the package and pick to go with it. And I like the greens. The mint macaron seemed to jump out at me, so that I picked for this one. Okay, So these are cut at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So they're going to be the same height as your tower. And 2 3/4 and 2 3/4, if you lay them side by side, and this is what the trick that Linda Heller was saying. Well, if you lay them properly side by side, they come out to be 5 1/2. Maybe you can't see that bottom part of my. I'll take this off. You can't. Just a second. That'd be better. Okay. So then all we have to do to put this together, and it doesn't matter where you start because you're going to do all 4 sides, is put your adhesive on one section. And again, I think I probably have too much. I have to do like, I watched a lady the other day and she was with a piece of paper. She was doing this when she had too much. So that's maybe not a bad idea, except I should try not to get it all over my desk. Then you're going to put your cardstock right up to that fold. And make it even top and bottom, even to the fold. And there is your first layer. Now I can't take it off. I don't like that white showing. That's just me. I'm just a little anal about that. So I'm going to continue around and do that on each of these sections. So next one I will, and I don't know if that's going to work because that was, but we'll try it. Again, making it easier. And you can envision why it's easier to use this centerpiece as designer paper. Right. Keep going on the way that I should be going. Should be going this way. No wonder that didn't look right. Oh, liquid glue, I was able to do that. Okay, so my next one will be on here. And I'm going to take my extra glue that I had over here. And butt that right up against there. And even at top and bottom. And last but not least, it's this one that I'd almost messed up on. And it goes like this. And that's really it. There's nothing magical other than when you do fold it down, it fits in your envelope. So then you can decorate it however you want. So I have cut the same papers that I had there. And I did not cut the white to bring up here. Oh well, lucky you've got this one to look at. So what I did, I bought my designer paper top and bottom equal and just a 1/4 inch total, so on either side. Then I did cut white pieces to go here, stamped a little bit on them. I like the colors. I don't know if I'd even, well, I might put flatter embellishments because again, when it's flat, I want it to be flat, but there are quite a few stamp sets that have words that will fit. And this one I just did the first impression, second impression, worked my way down for happy birthday. So you can do whatever. This I left so you know, to and from kind of thing with it. But obviously I brought my stamps, but I didn't bring my white paper to stamp on. So I'm going to, again, probably use the same. I really like the bicycles. Maybe I'll use that side. and maybe that side, but not that one. So it doesn't matter because there's no front and back. So you just basically put them on. And if you want to have a board all the way around, you just cut this at 4 inches rather than 4 1/4. Okay, makes sense? I will be making one of these soon. Hey, Linda, hi. Good to see you. So I will, I'm just going to attach these. You guys go ahead and do whatever you're doing to decorate yours. And unlike Zoom, I can't share what you're doing, but I would love to have you post under here when where you're putting the comments, so that others know what you've made with it. That would be perfect if you could do that for me afterwards. And I will finish with white pieces and my decorating there, and I will show you while I have things here to do that, the stamp sets where I found the narrow words that I could use on there. On the larger ones, the 5x7 cards that Linda had made, she did have, and I made something similar. I'll point those out to you. Some spots for gift cards or tags. There's all kinds of different ways you can do the decorating part for these. So you can see liquid glue. There's no need for, I mean, even though it does move lots, there's no need to use the tear and tape or the extra strong adhesives on it. The liquid glue does work. So my birds to fly the right direction, I think. So as you're, hello Judy, welcome, welcome. Quick and easy card called a tower pinwheel card. Basically, we made the center and then we attached these pieces around and decorate them. So hopefully you will use those measurements and make some and share this. So let me show you the stamp sets, because I did bring those upstairs, but this is the whole game. So for my happy birthday on here, I used Very Best Occasion, and it has You're the Best Ever, which I used on one of the other ones. You can, if you had a piece of, piece right here. This is my gluey one, but a piece of paper right, you could hold it up and you'd know that it was going to fit. Okay, so that's where my happy birthday came from. And this set is awesome because it has thank you, send smiles, a Christmas with comfort and love, like so many occasions that you could use that for. The Just for You, which I stamped right on designer paper, so you can do that as well, depending on what you have, was from here. And this is Celebrating You. So this one again is a very versatile set with Father's Day, Happy Birthday, Grateful to Celebrate, Mother's Day, Wishing You a Happily Ever After, Congrats, Happy Easter. So there's one that's been coming that we could use. Happy Anniversary. We don't often have stamp sets that have anniversary in them. Ever, pardon me, was the one in here. And Life is Better with Friends Like You. And that's all of you guys. Life is better with friends like you. So that's what I used on those. And on these two that I did, the 5x7s, I used that same. This designer paper, which is, as you probably know, is the free paper now with Sale-A-Bration, lends itself very well to doing something like strips like this. There's another one of them. I used one of the larger stamp sets I have just stamped on designer paper. So that works. This is sending you smiles for every moment of each day. Again, stamping on designer paper. And here is where, and I don't have, maybe I do have a card, that you could make a pocket to put a gift card in. So that I just made the same size as my designer paper and then did the little cutout so you could grab it. So that works well for that one as well. So that one is a 5x7. So we have the two different ones there for 4x6, and this one's 5x7. And then another 5x7. Again, I took that designer paper, chose a color, the old, oh no, Mossy Meadow, that is in that paper, and just did my stamping with that. And this set is the it's something, it's in the mini. Can't remember the name of it right now. So yes, Ines. Just let me find this. I'll show Ines's comment. Use some of the old DSP and make some beautiful cards, like using New Horizons. And that paper was gorgeous. So for sure. For sure. So again, just designer paper to fill in the blanks. And here's another one of the pockets I made, and the tags that we have. You could certainly use that to write on. You wouldn't need to use white paper here. This paper, again, is Sale-A-Bration paper, pardon me. And it's the one sheet where you cut it in the middle and you've got enough to make cards. And I just took this piece. We have a 3-inch and a 2-inch, and I just cut it here. You can see how it would join. And I stamped right on it with the happy birthday. So many possibilities. And another one with those wreath or ovals that are in that paper, and I just stamped in the middle of it. So, and this is similar to that New Horizons, Ines, that you were talking about. That so that's another 5x7. So I can see, I guess I can see why she said she really likes the 5x7. They're a little bit more substantial, but I'm kind of partial to ones that our envelopes will fit. So that's why I did those. Now, let me go to my show and tell. He's the another comment, yeah. Things to use. I agree with using He's the Man DSP for masculine cards. That would be great. And the other great is that new motorcycle one that's out now. Some great paper there to use for that. So, get rid of that before I lose it to it. I do have my show and tell. I got those up. And I have things geared up to do the draw afterwards. So for show and tell, I have cards from a swap. Karen, I don't know if you're on here. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to names, but this was from Karen Y, and with her little cat. So isn't that cute? A brick wall, love you, and it's a Valentine's Day card. So thank you, Karen, from Karen and Miss Franny. And look at the envelope. She even did the cat on the envelope. So a great thing to receive. My happy mail today. This one is from Charlotte, and it's monotone. This paper actually is part of this, the back of one of these. I don't think I have it on there. And this one is too. And she's done embossing with the leaf folder back there. So, and a little bit of twine and a little bit of vellum. Great card, Charlotte. Thank you. This is one that I did in our Zoom with friends last Friday. Now, just a minute, Bonnie. I don't need that comment up there the whole time. There. I used the new word bubbles, and I'm going to do a Facebook Live with that maybe next week. There's things you can do with that one as well, but a really neat fold. And Faye was telling me earlier, or showing us on the post where we post our cards on the Friday Zoom class, how she did one for a friend, and it's got it's a Valentine's card. It's gorgeous. So if you go on over onto that Zoom with Friends page, you'll see that. And then these are a couple that I did last week with the tunnel card. If you weren't here with us, just to show you those. And they fold flat and in our regular envelopes again. And this one. So that's my mail share. And now the card that we made last week. Turn it right side up. Is the one with the Sale-A-Bration paper. And I did get my flower put on the envelope. And that one, I did the draw today. I went back and took everybody's name that commented, whether you were on the live or the replay. And it ended up to Carmen K. So I will send that off to you, Carmen. Yeah, that purple one turned out really good, whoever that was. It says Facebook user, so pardon me. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out again. Whoops, not that one, wrong button. Okay, I'm going over to my giveaway tool. And share it. And we have 11 of you who have given StreamYard permission to show your names. So I'm going to draw 5. These cards will be either ones that I have made or ones that I've received in swaps and haven't used. And I just love sharing them with you. So I'm glad you're commenting and taking part in this. So let's see what happens. And even if drawn, I cannot remove it. So therefore, you could end up winning. Yes, Maggie. Sorry, I don't have any music to go and Benny. StreamYard is amazing that we can see comments from StreamYard and Facebook at the same time on our lives that we do. So loving it. Judy. I was going to say, I'm sure I hit the button. Karen G. And ta-da. Catherine. So we have 5 computer to catch up. And I will come back on. Say thank you very much for joining me. If you're watching the replay, I really appreciate your comments as well. If you're on YouTube, I appreciate you following me on there. And I do try to share every week, like I say, barring anything unforeseen. And I do go back and read all of the comments. So again, I do appreciate them. And I thank you for being here. Hopefully we will see you next time. Take care now.